I want to think about it. I'm going to think it over. Have you ever heard that in sales? If you're in sales and you've heard this before, click the like button. And at the end, if you found this video helpful, make sure to comment and follow for more. Here's the scenario. You've done your discovery, you've pitched your demo, and you nailed it. The prospect is excited, and they have all the reasons to buy. And then you hear the magical words. It sounds good, but I want to think about it. Or they say, you know what, I need a few days. Or you might hear, you know, you've given us a lot to think about. So what do? Do you agree? Do you give them a few days? Meanwhile, you're upset. You're knocked off balance. Plus, you're probably mentally blaming the customer for their indecisiveness. Have you found yourself in this situation before? My guess, you have. But understand, when you hear, I want to think about it, it is a direct result of one or all of the following. An unspoken fear. There is maybe some perceived fear, something that they feel inside, but they just haven't expressed it to you yet. A perceived risk that they feel they may encounter if they move forward with you and your product, your service, your company. Or you're not speaking with the real decision maker, or you haven't uncovered all of the individuals who will influence this decision. It can be a direct result of, and this is a common one, you haven't uncovered the real reason for them to buy. It could also be a direct result of they feel or believe or perceive that they cannot afford what it is you are selling. Here's the bottom line. Many of these are easily preventable. I want to think about it. It's just a mask, a cover, something we also call in sales a smokescreen. It is not an objection, and it certainly isn't an immovable wall that is stopping you from getting the business. I want to think about it is actually communicating something very, very important to you. It's communicating to you that something is missing. So before you go blaming the customer for their inability to see the value of what you're selling, I want you to ask yourself these 5 questions. Write these down. Question number 1, did I offer a solution that adds value to their situation and their life? What is value? Value is simply the impact your solution will have on their life and not the solution itself. Meaning, did you just sell product and features, or did you sell value, change, loss aversion, and lasting impact? Question number 2, did I ask enough questions to discover need and create urgency for them to buy? There's a saying in sales, and it goes something like this: telling is not selling. Well, because it isn't. But asking questions that evoke thought and emotion, that does sell. Here's an example. For a sales rep in a financial services industry, might ask questions like this. You guys are drawing $1,000 a month on your IRA account. At this rate, you have 2 years left before you've depleted those funds. Did you know that? What is plan B for when those funds run out? Have you ever had a plan B? How important is it to you to have a plan B, to finally have something to fall back on? See, these questions are making them think, making them feel the weight of the situation they're in, and making them realize how badly they want to and need to get out of the situation they're in. The more you let them talk, the easier it will be for you to get those impressions and those feelings revealed. Look at it this way. If you're talking, you're selling. If they're talking, they're selling themselves. The point is, not being able to close isn't the problem. It's a symptom. Question number 3, did I establish rapport and mutual respect? Sometimes we get so caught up in our own agenda that we forget to keep it conversational. We often forget that in sales, we must create a perception that we truly care and that we're not here to shove product and features down their throat. Don't get me wrong. We want them to get going and move forward now, of course. But we have to create the perception that we want to understand what they're going through, their situation, and then advise them on the best course of action. Question number 4. Was I able to create a difference between me and my competition? Your unique sales process is what differentiates you from your competition. If you don't have a sales process, you need one. And if you need help creating one, message me directly and I would love to assist. It's literally what I've been doing for the last 15 years for the top financial firms in the country. So don't hesitate, reach out. So again, question number 4 was I able to create a difference between me and my competition? Question number 5, last and certainly not least, and I would say most important of all, do I know what the prospect's expected outcome is? So many times we pitch and we present all these features and these benefits, right, of our product. And we think, man, the prospect is going to be so excited and moved by it. But are they? Don't assume that the prospect is going to see the same value in your product as you see it. You have to ask discovery questions, trial close questions during your discovery phase. Questions like, so what's most important to you in gaining blank? Why is that important? If we could structure this in a way that would accomplish this for you, how would that benefit you specifically? You have to ask these questions so you can know how to present your solutions in a way that favors them and their unique needs. In closing, never use pressure to close a sale. You will not only lose the sale, but you will lose respect. Rather, try to uncover the real and emotional cause of indecision. The reality of it is, most prospects want to think about the cost, the price, or they just simply don't want to deal with you anymore. So the next time you hear, I want to think about it, I want to think it over, give me a few days. Ask yourself these 5 questions that we just went over. Answer them honestly. And I promise you that you will find yourself lacking in one, a few, or all of these. From there, you can fill in those gaps. You can work on those until the answer to each of those 5 questions is a resounding yes. And at that point, you will rarely fall victim to, I want to think about it. Drop a comment and follow for more.